Welcome back, everybody. Hey, it's a fantastic Wednesday night. It's a late game here for Indiana. We visit Evanston, Illinois today to face on Northwestern, and we get a chance to get a little bit of revenge tonight. And I think that, watching Northwestern over the past week kind of go ahead and, to get that big monkey off their back by knocking off Purdue, kudos to them. I think they present to be an interesting challenge for us. Creek, what's up, bro? I think their defense on their guard play is pretty outstanding. The last time we played, they hawked the ball quite a bit from us, and Shafino ended up with 6 turnovers. Now, mind you, he also ended up with 33 points in that game and played a pretty darn good game as a freshman, but we were a different team at that point. I expect a little bit more poise, not getting as far behind as we did in that game, and looking forward to hopefully getting a little bit of revenge. And you know what? If they would have thought about this game, if they would have realized that this game here was going to mean what it meant, then we wouldn't be sitting here on the Big Ten Network tonight. We'd be over on ESPN or Fox Sports 1 or somebody like that would have picked up this game nationally. So, all that being said, nobody really realized what this game was going to mean at this point in the season, fighting for second place in the conference. Both teams 9-5 and 18-7 overall. This is huge. This is what we watch basketball for. This is why college basketball is what it is. One team gets a chance to get revenge. You got your stars playing excellent on both sides of the ball and really fired up. Yeah, you know what? And Creek, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Hats off to Chris Collins. And hats off to the executives there at Northwestern, because he is the right guy for that job. And he brings all the right qualities to that team. It just takes a while to really build a program from the ground up. And proud to see him in the Big Ten. I think he's an excellent coach. I think he's a great fit for that team. And, you couldn't ask more. You're right. Pick 12th. Who was picked below him? Minnesota, Nebraska, Kazakhstan, Azamet. Welcome, Azamet. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Thanks for stopping in. How we are 3 minutes to, Nebraska. And Nebraska's playing some really good ball if you watched any of them this week. I'm getting to the point now with NFL being over with. We're doing a little bit of research and stuff on draft and free agency. We'll probably do like a once a week stream for that. But, we're good. This is college basketball time. So if I'm sitting at home and I pick up there's a game that I want to watch or I want to see, I'm going to probably come in here and share it. So I think that's probably, I want to get myself fired up for March. Oh my God, Balin. Absolutely, lots of Hoosier fans in Chicago. A lot of the grads end up that way, and the Indiana, the northwest part of the state. And Creek, there you go. I don't know what happens tonight either. Tonight is a game where you don't have to play your best basketball to win. What I mean by that is that you have to play fundamental basketball to beat Northwestern. Don't turn it over. You've got to rebound. Those are the two things that those guys really feed off of. They turned over Zach Edey 6 times the other night, and that led to, I think, 10 points. And, that's what they do. They're an opportunistic team. They're a scrappy team, and they're a streaky team. Chase Audige, he is not the he's not the model of consistency. That guy is starts out this game. I think he started out that game 1 for 14, and then he finished 5 for 5 in that game. And dude, and Creek, I'm with you right there. Race is still on the mend. He's not playing like he did early in the season when he was playing very well, but he's still mending. You know what? He came back early on that. I don't care what anybody says. He came back early, and I'm thankful that he didn't get worse. Geronimo is healthy. He's got to get his rhythm back. And you know what? We're looking closer and closer to X. I had a comment on one of my shorts here recently about Xavier, and I think somebody on that comment said, It was an Indiana fan said that they were targeting the Iowa game for his return. So, we're getting healthy, coming close to March. But one thing that we have got to do is we got to find a way to get Race a few minutes on the bench. Yeah, Creek, that's it, man. Because there's nobody in the conference playing better at home than Maryland. You want to talk about this conference being deep. Man, I'll tell you what, it seems pretty deep right now. Maryland is a tough out. I don't care what you say. The way they play at home, absolutely amazing. This Northwestern team. Penn State can be a tough out. Michigan State, they haven't quite found their rhythm yet. Purdue, what do you do with Zach Edey? This conference presents so many problems in March. We just got to get these guys there strong and healthy and ready to rock. But we got something to accomplish in this Big Ten. What's up, Mr. Pizzo? Nice to see you, buddy. Ben, that's very that's bold. Double digits. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I love the story of this Northwestern team. They've got a really, solid. The only person on the team that I'm not that familiar with that starts is their center, Matthew Nicholson. But the rest of these guys are pretty seasoned players, dude. They're ready to rock in this Welsh Ryan arena. Is Northwestern's there to make great basketball. I'm excited. I think it's a fun watch. I think it's a great opportunity for us to go out there and smack these guys around a little bit. But Chase Audige and Boo Buie, no better backcourt right now in the Big Ten to go against. So let's go. We're ready for tip. Jackson clears it easily to Schifino. He brings it up, gets it to Galloway fast, down to the block to Trace. There's the double team, cross court, and Trace turns it over immediately. Here comes Northwestern trying to move on the fast break. They hold it up. There's the trailer for three. No good, in and out. And Trace Jackson controls the rebound, gives it to Schifino, and Galloway will cross. They're going to double team Trace all night. That's the way they're going to go. So you guys better be ready to hit your threes. Galloway's got it on the right wing. He feeds Schifino at the top of the key. Down, and Schifino overthrows 2 possessions, 2 turnovers in the first 30 seconds of this game. Not the way I wanted to see it start, but let's go. Boo Buie against Galloway coming up. Bowie's going to get it over onto the right wing. They get it to the top of the key to Nicholson. Nicholson over on the left wing. Barry's on the right wing. Chase Audige is going to try to drive. He's working on Galloway. Galloway holds good position. Left wing, nothing. Shot clock down to 7. There's a pull-up 3. No good. Trace with the second rebound. And Trace is going to bring the ball up the court. Hands it off to Schifino at midcourt. Pick high. There goes Schifino around the pick. Looking. Feeds Galloway. Galloway looking. Gets it to Trace down on the block. Waiting for the double team. He backs Nicholson down. Here comes the double team. Feeds it out. Cross court. Schifino for 3. No good. That was a good shot out of that double team, and here we go. At least that was the solid possession. Northwestern's going to work it on the wing. He's going to drive on Race Thompson, who's back in the starting lineup tonight. He backs him down, gets it back out. Rotates it over to Nicholson at the top of the key. Hands it off to Audige. Audige goes around a pick. He's looking to drive, gets to the basket, and lays it in. Chase Audige with the first 2 points of the game. And Northwestern leads 2-0. 18:09 to go. Schifino's got it out high. He's working on the right side. Gets it down to Trace on the block. He's a little bit out. He's going to back his man. Here comes the double team. He spins out of it. He's trapped. Gets it to Galloway for a layup. TJD with the nice pass out of the double team. Galloway cuts to the basket for an easy basket. Bowie's going to bring the ball up the right side. And there is always block shot by Trace Jackson Davis. Here comes Jalen Hood-Schifino up the side. He gets it. Oh, that's a charge. Oh, it's going to be a block? Wow. Race Thompson just ran over Boo Buie, and I think they called that a block. Yeah, we got a break for sure. A little out of control there, but wanted to get that Fast break going. Race Thompson looks a little winded already. I'm telling you, he's got to get his game wheels under him. Free throws up and good. Indiana's first lead of the game. Second one is also good, and Indiana leads 4-2. Here comes Bowie up the court. He's got to pick out high. He's looking to get around. He drives around Galloway, gets the switch, and Nicholson loses it out of bounds. It'll go back to Indiana. Trace Jackson switched over on the pick to cover Bowie. Nicholson cut to the basket and couldn't handle the pass. Sometimes it's tough for some of these bigs to handle a bounce pass. Galloway has the ball on the right wing. He's looking. Feeds Trace out high. Trace is going to work. Hands it off to Schifino. Two-man game. Schifino from 15. Money. Jalen Hood-Schifino gets his first basket of the game, and Indiana leads 6-2. Big Ten Freshman of the Week for Jalen Hood-Schifino, third time this year. Adij has it over on the right side. He has Miller Kopp on him. He's trying to get around him, goes around a pick, pulls up for three, buried it. Chase Adij with a very NBA-looking play right there, and it's a one-point game. Schifino is out high, goes around a pick, looking. He's got room. He gets inside, 13-footer, money. Jalen Hood-Schifino uses his ball handling skills to get inside the free throw line and buries a jump shot. Indiana goes back up 8-5. Let's go, man. Come on. This is going to be something today. Chase Adij and Jalen Hood-Schifino are kind of going back and forth right now. Boo-Booey's got Galloway on him. He works the pick. He's trying to get around him. Race Thompson's out there and helps as well. Robbie Barron drives the lane. He's got the switch to the smaller Galloway, puts up the little baby hook and hits it. Strong start for both teams. No, I didn't, bro. Schifino's out wide. He's going to drive again. He goes, puts it up. No good. Hard off the back rim. Trace Jackson Davis with the offensive glass. Puts it up and in. Offensive rebound leads to 2 points for Trace Jackson Davis. They can't double team that. Snowman Multimedia, Brian Snow is in the house. Right on. Adij goes, fades away, hard off the rim. Schifino with the rebound. He's going to push it up the left side. There's Miller Kopp on the left wing for three in transition. No good. Rebound, Boo-Booey. Bowie pushes across the timeline. They're going to reset the offense with Robbie Barron out high. Rotated over to Bowie on the left. He's going to drive. Gets all the way to the basket and a reverse layup. Gets around Galloway. Bowie uses speed. Quick first step, and he is gone. Hate the one and done there, Creek. Hate it. Hate that it's going to happen. Lindsay Miss Brillhart is in the house. What's up? Kopp has it on the wing. He gets it to Trace. Here the double team will come. Where's it coming from? And Trace dribbles it off his foot. Goes out of bounds. Trace expected the double team there and was looking ahead of time and dribbled it right off his foot. Thank you, Mr. Mickey, as much appreciated as normally. We go to a timeout here. D Chizzy 44, what's up? Yeah, this team's defensive minded. I like the way Northwestern's put together. And you said it earlier somewhere on there, they don't, scare anybody. Yeah, and I think that they're just consistent. And also, everybody, take a moment to thank Brian, or not thank, just would congratulate Brian as his cancer has been pushed into remission. He's winning his fight one step at a time for the big man there. But Brian Snow, Snowman Multimedia, he had some really good news today. My phone was blowing up, and I looked down, and I saw that he said that he was in remission and put a big smile on my face. Couldn't don't know how to express how I feel about that. My father-in-law just recently, we lost him to cancer, and now to see Snowman, fighting that battle and at least winning this, getting ahead of it right now. It's important, and congratulations. So happy for you. You're a dang good guy, and you definitely deserve it. Right on, man. Yeah, you know what? They did. This game looks, vastly different so far. You're playing on the road. This road games do not come easy. And all of you all that I missed on Saturday, apologies. I wanted to be home in time to do that game, but I just wasn't sure, so I didn't put it up in advance. But, I was screaming in the second half. I got home about right after halftime, and I was screaming down here in the basement. Alex probably was listening to me yell. But, we did not play a great game. But that's when you don't play great on the road and win, that says something. I'm not here. I turned into a ghost. Thanks, Nathan. Nice to see everybody today. Ready to rock and roll, go forward here. This is a great battle. The thing that's really good about this is that if at the beginning of the season they would have thought this would have been a great game, we wouldn't be on Big Ten Network today. Yeah, I was screaming. When I can scream on my own, I cuss a lot. Glad they won that game. Yes, sir. Northwestern's running the weave out high. Adiz is working, looking to get inside. They got the switch that they wanted. And there it goes all the way to the basket. No good, but there is going to be a foul on Miller Kopp. And I think that's Robbie Barron. Oh. I like Northwestern's uniforms too, by the way. I'm not. I'm just restrained, and I'm restrained in here. I'm not fake. Sometimes restraint is hard. We are tied 10-all after the free throw. Second free throw's up and is good. Northwestern retakes the lead with 14:08 to go. Shafino's going to walk the ball up the right side. Drives over to the left, looking. Got Trace out high. Fifth Trace on the give and go. Trace gets trapped. Oh, looky there. Trace gets it stripped out of his hand, and he uses his feet, and he does end up drawing the foul. They are going to double team him all day. It's hard sometimes. No Angel over here, guaranteed. Galloway's looking. He throws it inbound to Trace. It gets tipped and goes backcourt. There's 15 on the shot clock as Trace brings the ball back across midcourt, hands it off to Shafino. Shafino hits Galloway on the wing. Galloway's looking. Picks up his dribble, hits Trace with 5 on the shot clock. 4, 3. Shafino from 17, short off the front rim, no good. Rebound Northwestern, and they're going to come back the other way. Oh, there is a deep three there by Bowie. No good. Rebound fought for. It's going to be out of bounds to Indiana. Oh, yeah, you got to be yourself in a setting like this, and then but just remember that you got to play within a certain amount of rules. But as fandom goes, I get wound up, so sometimes it may slip. I apologize. No, they're not, Creek. Robbie Barry needs to get going for them to be good, and he hasn't been of late. Adiz misses a lot from out there as well. There goes Galloway driving into the lane. He gets inside. He feeds down to Geronimo for the dunk. Geronimo roaming the baseline, gets a dunk. Instant offense as he enters the game. and Indiana leads 12-11. You know, we play just as good a defense as they do. This should be a low-scoring game today, I got to think. Adiz is out high. He's looking. He gets around Galloway. Step back three. Money. Chase Adiz, when he gets hot, he is hot. But he goes cold as well. Tamar Bates has got the ball out high. He gets it to Galloway as they run the weave. Shafino's got it out there. Him and Trace work the two-man game. Dribbles around, looking, probing. He gets the ball stripped away from him. Chase strips it out, knocks it away again. Feeds it over to Tamar Bates. 8 on the shot clock. Not a great possession. Trace has got it, and he loses it, and it's going to go out of bounds to Northwestern. Alex says she'll be back on Twitch tomorrow, by the way. All right. Northwestern looks to build on a 2-point lead as they cross the timeline. Geronimo's out there playing tight out high, picks up his dribble. Great position. Chase Adiz has got it out at 35 foot. He's going to drive. He shoots it from way back there and hits it. Oh, my God. The guy is on fire right now as Northwestern extends to 5. That shot was beyond NBA range. Galloway drives inside looking, cross court. Shafino has it, working himself down. He's double teamed. And Geronimo's going to get called for the foul. And Chase Adiz single-handedly has put Northwestern on his back, and they've got a 5-point lead as Indiana turns the ball over. Absolutely not. Except for hitting the backboard, it reminds me of last year's Big Ten game against Iowa in the tournament. God, I don't like that guy. Yeah, I'm mixed about that. I take officiating as it comes. There's very few times that I blatantly hate officials. There's a lot of times that I think that they could do better. Pretty good. The new medicine's working out pretty good. The diet's working well, so blood pressure's better. Northwestern defense will start getting fouls in the second half. Awful handsy. Yeah, they do reach a lot. They're not calling the reaches right now, and as long as they are allowed to do that, they're going to continue to try to strip. So we'll see how that rolls. A friend of my nephew's is an assistant coach at Northwestern. Man, that would be great to be in that environment every day. Not yet, Oak Creek, absolutely not. Yeah, I got my hair. When my hair is cut, I don't look so old, you know? I try. We all fight the aging game, man. Nobody can win it, but we got to fight it, right? Yeah, so far today, the what we've seen so far is turnovers. Indiana's not been great with the ball. You know, right now we've already got 4 turnovers here in the first half, 2 by Shafino and 2 by Trace Jackson Davis, the guys that we want to have the ball in their hand. We've got to find a way to get some of these other guys involved in the action. Geronimo comes in. First thing he does is cuts to the baseline and gets to the basket for a quick basket. He's made his one shot. Shafino's 2 for 5 already. I can deal with that. Rebounding the ball well. We just got to continue to play defense. Defense, let's roll. We need to turn them over a little bit. Fundamental Bear. Yeah, they've struggled on the road. I'll give you that. They played horribly at Michigan, I felt, and still got the W. So let's see how this one works out. Should have had a win at Iowa earlier in the year, and they've won 3 of their last 4 on the road. There's a inside, and there's a steal by Tamar Bates. And they're going to call Bates for the foul. Now, what did he do? Well, there we go. Yeah, that's it. There you go. There is what you call a makeup call. Immediately, one official definitely disagreed with the other. Have any sights? What kind of sights, Robbie? And there's another turnover. These guys just have to weather the storm early on today. Fundamental Bear says, you think win this by double digits? I thought that was an optimistic guess as well. I like the thought process, but not happen. Big Ten Network's the only place I know. I'm not sure of any streaming sites. I do not. I watch it on TV. There's Audige again. No good this time. He finally misses one. Galloway clears the rebound. He's going to bring the ball up the right side. He feeds it over to Bates. Bates pulls up the shot. In and out, no good. Rebound to Chase Audige. And here we come back the other way. That shot was a little quick. Boo Booey's got the ball on the right side. The floor is spread currently. They rotate around the left wing. There's a pick. Bowie's going to work it. Feeds Audige. Audige drives. Step back. Another 3. No good. Audige is starting to get sloppy with the ball. From Greensburg, Indiana, Ben. I like Greensburg. Yeah, no doubt. Keep playing hero ball. Shafino comes across the timeline. Now Malik Renew is in the game. Hands it off to Galloway. Galloway drives, gets inside, 12-foot, throws it up, no good. Tipped up, no good. Oh, and that's out of bounds off of Renew's leg after the offensive glass, and we're going back the other way. No, and that was it's hard to say. I didn't really get a chance to watch. Here comes Northwestern back the other way. They're not reviewing it, so 17-12, 9:40 to go in the first half. Bowie feeds it on the wing, looking top of the key. Renew is out there in tow. And there was another foul called in the middle. Geronimo just picked up the second foul. That looks like it's either 5 or 6, Fundamental. And by the way, appreciate you. Thank you very much for the commentary. And Geronimo, Trace Jackson's break is over, so Geronimo goes back to the bench. Here's the inbound. They're looking to try to get a quick one. Nothing there. They throw it deep out high to the last guy. Shafino's out there on defense. There's 15 on the shot clock. They give the ball to Bowie. Bowie goes around a pick. He's working on Trace. Gets inside, feeds it outside. Nothing doing there. 8 on the shot clock. Deep 3 by and Woodson's teed again. What the? 2 technicals? Oh, I think these. I'm waiting to see what the deal is here. Coach is ticked. Waiting to see what the result is here. One on the bench and one on the head coach. Why are they reviewing it? They call it technicals. And it might be a good thing. Usually coaches use these technical fouls to try to motivate. But right now they're just a little ticky. Yeah, that's a travel. The first one was on the bench screaming about no call on the travel. The second one was on Woodson for just filling the official's ear. Yeah, and Boo Buie is probably one of the elite free throw shooters in the Big Ten. First one is good. Second one is good. Boo Buie's going to get some free points. 1 second. And it's 21-12, and Buie dribbles it off his foot. He's going to go against Jackson. He's going to drive in the corner, looks out for three. Thanks, Nathan. Here comes Shafino across the timeline. They're going to work the ball down. Jackson comes to double team. He feeds it out to Tamar Bates. Bates drives back to Trace and loses it out of bounds. There is nothing that's got any continuity right now. It's going to be a long day. And there's the inbound. Here comes Buie back the other way. It's time to make a stand. They say that's only the sixth turnover, but it feels like there's been like five more. Northwestern, you got to credit their defense. Our offense is out of sorts, and they're taking advantage of it. Galloway with the quick hands knocks it out of bounds with 15 on the Yeah, it's something that they really got to work on, fundamental. The only thing that's true in college basketball is defense travels. You play your defense on the road and give yourself a chance to win. In the corner for three, no good. Long rebound control. That should be a jump ball. Yeah, they called it. It's going to stay on this end. We make it so hard on ourselves. Yep. He's still over there jawing in the ear of the officials. He's not backed off a bit. He's going to be watching from the locker room before long. There's a quick inbound pass and a quick shot, quick basket. Northwestern extends to 11. 8:05 to go. We are down 11. Here comes Shafino on the right-hand side. You just got to get something that works. Renew backs down. There comes the double team. Cross-court pass to Kopp for three. No good. Good shot. Nice pass. Just didn't go down. We are going to need to make three-pointers, that's for sure. $7:36 to go. The lead is 11. And Miller Kopp just picked up his second foul. Not a solid performance thus far. The thing of it is we're not even getting shots. Everything's pretty even on rebounds except for we got 6 turnovers and 6 personal fouls. That's amazing. I don't know how in a game you can call that many fouls on one team and none on the other. Oh, yeah, D, for sure. Especially that one there. When you're open cross court, they're going to double team the post until you hit a three or until you hit a couple of them. You know, that's how they like to play. Yeah, a little bit. But you know what? I mean, the unforced errors where we throw the ball out of bounds, there's going to be runs in these games where things don't go your way, but you can only control what you can control. Yeah, I wasn't a big Miller Kopp fan coming to us. I did a video on it. I really felt like I thought maybe his age and leadership would be big, but he's so inconsistent. Yeah, he should at least feel comfortable on that court. You know, I'm with that. I'm still at that point though. You got to look. You got to look at how that all works out. It's just you're right. These road games, it's teams have different energy at home. They play with a little more confidence, and it's the same 5 players. You know, everybody right now, Indiana's not playing well, and they're trying to force everything. That's why they're not getting calls. Yeah, you do, Mickey. You love sports. That's what it's all about. He has been playing good defense. First free throw is good, and that extends their lead to 12. They've doubled it up. Second one's good as well. All you can do is take care of the ball and get good shots and then defend. That's it. Rebound when you can. Shafino's out high. He goes against the double team. He feeds Trace. He's going to work his way down inside, and he's going to draw the foul. When it's not forced, you're going to get the call. And if Trey sees a couple free throws go down, that might be a great, a good way to slow this down a little bit. First free throw is up, and it's good. Trey sees one go through the rim. That's always nice. I tell you what, Galloway is going to have to make his game present today as well. Second one short off the front iron, no good. Barry grabbed the board there. Here comes Northwestern up 12. They're going to feed it off to Barron on the wing. There goes Adige over in the corner. There's a deep three. Boo Booey sinks the three. It's 28-13. And coach takes time out. Yeah, Tamar Bates I think next year you'll start seeing some vast improvement in his game. I think he's getting there. I think, that young man's got a lot on his plate. Yeah, let's just couldn't have it any worse. And this is the same thing they did to us in Bloomington. Not much to be said. Bowie and Chase Adige already have accounted for 20 points today. All right, Vance. That's what I want to see. It starts on this defensive end. Right now, they're not switching well. They're leaving people open. It's just so far it's been a little ugly. They got to get a good offensive possession right here and then start pressing a little bit. 17-1 scoring run in the last 5:30 can't happen. There goes Shafino around the pick. He's going to drive. He gets inside, puts it up off the glass, and in. Shafino all the way to the basket for an easy one. 28-15. Let's go. Play some defense. Here comes Bowie up the court. Tamar Bates and Shafino had trouble deciding who was guarding who there. Adige comes off the pick. Over on the side, there's a three by Barron. No good. Offensive rebound. Gets inside, feeds it off to the center, Nicholson. He's got it. He's dribbling around. Back out. 10 on the shot clock. Adige has got it. He's looking. Adige has Renew on him. He's going to go around. Feeds it in the corner for three. No good. Tamar Bates clears the rebound and starts to bring the ball up. Nothing ahead. Feeds Shafino over to the corner to Kopp. Drives. Puts up the floater. No good. Trace Jackson Davis had the offensive rebound, but he was stripped. Here comes Boo Booey back the other way. Northwestern's going to probe. He's going to get to the basket in the corner. Round the horn for three. Adige, no. Shot fake inside. There's Barron for three. Short off the front rim. They're missing. We need to put some points on the board. There goes Shafino working his way inside. Step back 20-footer. Hard off the back rim. No good. And Nicholson controls the glass for Northwestern, and they will be content to slow it down. Woo. Okay, Bowie feeds it into Nicholson. No good there. It's stripped away. Ball's loose on the ground. Feeds it out. Deep three. Inside. Loses it. My God, it's getting sloppy. There's another three attempt for Barron, and he hit it. 31-15 with 5 minutes to go. JB, fingers crossed. Tomorrow, 15-footer. No good. Here comes Northwestern. We are not. What is that foul? We're not running offense. We're playing hero ball. So far, not a great look. I don't know what to say. Right now, it's embarrassing at this point. Hats off to Northwestern for the defense, but we're making it easy. Bowie sinks the free throw. It's 32-15. Can't watch this, bro. I'm telling you, I'm here. Second one is also good. Extends the lead to 18. Heads are hung low. Bowie's going to get a break. Ladies team's playing ball. Got to start running offense. This NBA style stuff is not going to work. There goes Trace. What a pass to Race Thompson, and he's going to be fouled. Adish picks up his second foul. He'll have to go to the bench. And it rims around, and it's good. What's up, Dave? Second one is also good. 33-17, 4:35 to go in the half. You just got to gain your composure and start getting stops. Northwestern's running the weave. Bowie takes another deep three. No good. They're taking bad shots, but they're getting offensive glass on long rebounds. And they're going to get a fresh shot clock here. Drives the lane. Feeds it inside out. Rotate. Throws it up and in. Second chance points are killing us as well. 3:54 to go. 18-point deficit. Shafino is working out high. Around the pick. Picks up his dribble. Hands it off to Trace. Pulls up for a 15-footer. Hard off the back glass. No good. Trace Jackson Davis is stripped. Trace just looks out of sorts like he's trying to get there, but they're playing defense. Yeah, so far pretty rough to watch. You got to think that they've got to get their act together at some point today. 35 in the house, 17 likes on the board. I'd appreciate if anybody would smash. You gotta credit the game plan of Northwestern. They're doing the things on defense that make us uncomfortable, and then we're not finding our way out of it. I know the refereeing never is perfect, and I know that we aren't getting calls, but we're not making anything any easier on ourselves either today. Yeah, so far today, 5 3-pointers is pretty much the difference in this game. Shooting 33% from the field isn't helping much either. Yeah, they've hit more than we've shot. That's right, absolutely correct. There's no continuity today whatsoever. I'm right now. I'm giving a lot of credit to their team. I mean, they're playing scrappy defense. Whether they're getting away with fouls or not, they're getting away with them. They're not being blown. And they're getting second chance points. It's just they're getting good guard play. We can't get it all back in one possession. I mean, that's a logical, thought there, fundamental. That's what they got to learn how to do is stay tough. Even though they didn't play well at Michigan, they did escape. But you're going to play teams like Northwestern. It's hard to say. Look at the home road splits that they're showing right now. They're 15 points better at home. They allow 10 more points a game. 8% less on the field goal percentage. Get the ball inbound to Race Thompson. Somebody's got to step up and make some plays here. Tamar's got it out on the wing. Feeds Trace Jackson Davis out high. Trace is looking. Feeds. And they're going to call the foul with the arm in the back on Race Thompson as the pass sails over his head. Bates gets the inbound on the baseline. He's going to drive it out high. Picks up his dribble. Feeds Schifino. 14 on the shot clock. Over to Galloway. Somebody needs to find a way to get a nice open look here. Trace has got it 7. Hands it off to Galloway. Dribbles. Gets it and feeds it over. And they're going to pick up another foul there on Northwestern as the fouls are starting to mount up against them as well. You got to own this last 3 minutes. Get this down as close to 10 as you possibly can. Galloway's at the free throw line. First one is up and it's short, no good. Got to hit your free throws. There's nobody's got any intent on stepping up here. There's the other stat of the game. Northwestern has not missed a free throw, and they've shot 10. 4 of them coming on technicals. There's another 3 right there. No good. And Schifino had the rebound. And there's another foul on Northwestern. They're starting to call the pushes. It's okay, fundamental. You're right. It does feel that way. The only road game that didn't feel that way was the first half at Iowa. And in Illinois, they played really well on the road. And Tennessee just beats number 1 Alabama, so that doesn't last very long. Race Thompson's at the free throw line now. We've been given an opportunity to get some free points, and we can't hit a free throw. .240 to go in the half. 2 straight 1-and-1s missed that we had opportunity to get some points back. Bowie's going to drive around. He's got Trace on him. Now he's got Galloway, a floater in the lane. No good. The defense is looking a little bit better, a little more continuity. Here comes TJD dribbling up the court, hands it off to Schifino, gets inside, back to Trace. Trace puts it up, no good. I couldn't imagine a worse half of basketball that we could have played. Yeah, he seems like he's getting beat to death. Northwestern's playing good. There's Barry for 3, no good. And it's going to stay on this end as Nicholson and Trace fight for the rebound. Absolutely sickening today. They're giving us an opportunity to come back. We're just not making shots. Renew's back on the floor. Barron takes a 15-footer, and he hits it. 20-point lead. We started decent. We didn't start horribly. Shafino's got it on the wing. They feed into Renew. Renew goes up. No good. Trace with a follow. But I don't think that's going to count. I think Renew was fouled. Going to Daytona tomorrow. Have fun, Sports Cat. Need some points. Yeah, can't make free throws down the stretch here. It's not looking good. Salty cat. These fans are making it tough. Renew gets the second one to go down. Finally, a free one falls. Minute 31. Pressure defense. We cannot let them go over 40 here, but we're probably going to happen. Bates is defending out high. Nicholson's got the ball against Trace. He's looking, hands it off. There's a three and it's an air ball. Here we come back the other way. Got a transition three would make me feel really good about now. Shafino's hedges out there, goes over, feeds it over to Galloway. Galloway to Renew on the block. Renew feeds over to Shafino for an open three. That's ugly. Shafino airballs it the other way. Good shot, no result. And we're under a minute to go. Down 19. The struggle is real today. Northwestern's content to run the clock down. They're going to start their offense with about 12. Bowie drives all the way to the basket, underneath, passes it off. What is that call? This Northwestern team has dismantled us so far today. And that one did not rim out. It stays in. The lead is 20. Later, Creek. Much love, brother. Sometimes you just get your butt kicked. Indiana's down 21. Couldn't imagine a worse. Put in the walk-ons. Tough watch so far today, folks. Thanks for hanging out and hanging in there with me. If you weren't here, I'd be throwing things, just to be honest. Chris Collins has done an excellent job. I'll hang out. I don't got nothing better going at this point in time. At halftime, when we get there, I'll discuss what I think we need to see. All right, Shafino's got it out high, 22 on the shot clock. And they're screaming airball at Shafino because he airballed one just a minute ago. He's going to start the offense with about 10 to go here, I'd assume. Here he goes. He's hearing the chance of airball as he drives the lane, puts it up off the glass. No good. Renew tips it up, and he's going to draw the foul. Or that was Trace. I'm sorry. Trace is going to get a shot at a couple free throws. Do you get mad more for a crap game or losing a close one? I get more mad at a crap game. It's just, and I think where's he at? I think fundamental is absolutely correct. At this point in time, it's mental. You've got to get your guys emotionally ready to play. You got to keep them up. You got to keep them focused. 18 to 22-year-olds, it's a little bit difficult of a task sometimes. Bowie drives all the way to the baseline, loses it, and he doesn't get a shot off, so the lead will be 19 at the half. And you got to keep 18 to 22-year-olds motivated. And when things don't go their way, you've got to find a way to calm them down. That is a coach thing. I used to say two things that could piss me off: driving in Chicago and watching IU basketball. There's a lot of places driving makes me angry. And yeah, it's just, as Indiana fans, and I think I think fundamental might fall into this category as well. We growing up there was such a standard of play that was held, or you set the bench. You wrote it. If you had to do your job or you sat. It didn't matter. So therefore, a lot of us older fans, and I put myself in that category now, we remember the way that it was and how things worked, and this was unacceptable, purely unacceptable. Yeah, fundamental. I grew up watching Coach Knight, and you would see. I want to think of an example. Jay Edwards come down on not on a fast break and shoot a pull-up three that was absolutely uncalled for, out of rhythm, no way, shape, or form. He was the star of that team, and his butt would be on the bench. Yeah, and there you go. There, that's true. And even in high school, man, if you didn't make 4 passes on an offensive possession and at least rotate the ball around one time and run your offense and just took a shot, coach, take the ball. You'd run line laps for 30 minutes. And that's how you learned. You have to play a certain way. And the offense today it's been hero ball, and this is not the NBA. And on the road in the Big Ten is not a place to try to do that. There may come a time for that in a game where you need that, but at the beginning of these games, it's about fundamentals. It's about not turning the ball over. It's about rebounding, blocking out, switching, knowing your defensive responsibilities. And if you didn't play defense, you set the bench. I agree. I'm as old school as it gets when it comes to that stuff, but you just don't see it with these I hate to say it, these spoiled kids that are recruits. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with our guys, but nil money, stuff like that makes a big difference. Yeah, I guarantee you that if you come out in the second half and just stick to your defensive assignments, control what you can control, and don't turn the ball over, this game will end a lot closer. Yeah, fundamentals. You think there's a reason why when you're 7 years old and you pick up a basketball in practice, you work on dribbling and passing. Defensive position, slide your feet. Stay in front of your guy, stay between your guy and the basket. You're taught all these things. As your initial response to being in basketball, because those are the things that will carry you the furthest along. Those are the things that you need to know. Shots come along. You learn how to shoot over time. You learn how to do different things. Absolutely. Your offense can be driven off your defense. And, and that's at the end of the day, if you come out and get on a little run, it's a game again. It doesn't take much. But you got to play defense, and you just can't let them open threes beat you. Look, they started the half doing really well. Look at how they ended the half. They were 5 for 8 or something early on. Now they're 5 for 18. They're only shooting 40% from the field. 12 of 12 of the free throw line, 100% there. That's 4 points. 4 plus them 5 3-pointers. That's the difference in the game. Everything else is pretty similar and ugly. We're only shooting 28%. A lot of those shots are bad. We're missing the front ends of 1-and-1s. They're out rebounding us. Can't have that. We only have 3 assists in the first half. Can't have that. We have 6 turnovers, 9 fouls, 19 fouls called in the first half of this game. It's ugly. It's probably going to be in the 50s, to be honest. And, you're just got to play defense. I can't even really find a bright spot in the stat sheet. Jalen Hood-Schifino shooting 30%. Trace Jackson-Davis shooting 30%. Race Thompson 4 for 5 from the free throw line. And Balin, let's be honest here. The officiating was very rough early on in this half. We did not get any breaks, but you know what it seemed to happen is that our guys seemed to dwell on the officiating at that point in time and not worried about maintaining. 39 points is something that we shouldn't give up in a half. And you know what? And like I said, the game is a long game. It's not over. They've got an opportunity here in the second half. Yeah, that game in Michigan, man, I was angry down here. Yeah, and you're probably right, Balin. But that's that, and to fundamentals comment earlier, that's the coach's job to get them to stop crying about officiating and concentrate on the task at hand. Six plus a free throw, okay? 6 plus a free throw. Yeah, and and the officiating started to swing evenly back later in the half, but at that point, the damage was already done to some degree. The foul that they called on Tamar Bates on that steal I don't even think he touched him. But you're going to have those days, and it seems like every road game in the Big Ten is like that. That game at Iowa, I was as mad as I've ever been at an officiating crew. Fran McCaffrey came across half court and touched the official, screaming at him, and they teed him up, and then they took it away. Absolutely, Top. We talk about this all the time in here. Thanks for the comment. The only thing that really travels well is defense. You can take your defense from wherever you go. You can be intense on the defensive end of the floor. And if you play good defense, you're going to get some opportunities for easy baskets. And you're going to stay in a game. We learned that ever since I was a little kid watching Indiana basketball. Coach Knight emphasized if you didn't play defense, you didn't play on offensive end. You set the bench. Got to play D. Absolutely. Coach got in their butts about defense. Yeah, I just think you got to come out and play intense in the second half. You got to get that edge back. If they can get the edge back, Northwestern is a team that's streaky that, like Chase Audish, he went out there and scored like Michael Jordan for a little while there, and then next thing you know, he just vanishes. Is that good defense, or is that just not being focused? Yeah, you ride the bench, man. I mean, you'll sit the bench if they're going to call fouls, but you got to know, you got to play what you know. And you're right, Balin, too. At a certain point, you become reluctant. Absolutely. I don't think we scored 4 points in a row on them at any given point, after it was 13-12 or whatever it was. I really hope they come out and play a decent second half. Winning this game seems a little far-fetched, but I hope they play a decent second half. Because it doesn't, what's next? Illinois Saturday, is that right? Yeah, and that's the thing, Balin can't control them officials. They're going to call what they want. There you go. 20 minutes, win 4-minute segments by 2 buckets each. Dave, you say that about it. You say that about Illinois just because we did play well at Illinois. Oh yeah, because you saw that after the first 12 minutes of the half, fundamental, that Northwestern just kind of went away, didn't they? Their offense started to really struggle, and if they, and they did get some easy baskets later on, but not a lot. And you still have to give credit to Northwestern for how they came out in this game. They play defense as well, so till they got beat tonight, didn't they, Balin? Tennessee beat them. It's so hard to decide who actually is number one. It changes almost every week. That's how hard it is to win on the road. Everyone's done it. You quit and then realize later you still could have won if you wouldn't have given up earlier. Yes. The key to coaching kids, keep their focus. I know they're men, technically 18 to 22-year-old young men, but you got to keep their focus. Tennessee plays defense. That's about all they really do well. Should be close to tip, or start of the second half. There's no tip. I just hope they play defense and get themselves back in the game. If they lose by 7, 5 points, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, at the end of the day, though, like the game at Michigan, they escaped, but they got to win. Thank goodness they got to win up there. Road wins are hard to come by. Minus a total meltdown, both of these teams are probably going to be around a 6th seed in the tournament. Really looking forward to seeing X back in the lineup, having another guard out there to kind of keep everybody under control. Dude, fundamental, I finally got to watch Top Agency. I got to watch the Iowa game the other night, and that women's team is on time. Heck yeah. That goes to say, look at Iowa too. Caitlin Clark is absolutely a joy to watch play basketball. You know what you see when you watch women play basketball? Fundamentals. They pass the ball. They make good passes. They do a lot of things correct. They got most of them have great shooting motion. They're sound players. Yeah, I love watching Caitlin Clark. She's a step above most players right now. Yeah, Balin, there's going to be some bumps in the road. This Big Ten is very opportunistic on you. But yeah, I honestly, I had a good feeling about coming in here today and at least playing well and having a chance. But so far, we haven't had them on their heels at all. Beat Michigan State at Michigan State. That's what I want. I'll take that one. That's a tough place to play. It feels like Izzo's kind of losing his knack. I don't know what it is up there, but just doesn't seem like he's. It's been a few years since they've been riding atop the conference. They're usually playing good in March. Well, you get to find out here in the second half if we're as good as we could be. Couldn't have played a worse half in the first. Let's see if we can play some defense here and hold them down in the second. Season low 21st half points. You watch how they play D. They're up. They're pressing the ball. Here comes Shafino across the timeline. Feeds Trace at the top of the key. Fakes the handoff. Drives in. Works his way down. Gets inside. Feeds it off to Race Thompson and lays it in. Easy peasy. 22-39. Slap that floor and play defense. Barron's got it. He hands it off. Barry has it out high, hands it off to Boo Booey, who works on the pick. Audige takes the three, and he hits the three. You got to stay out on that. 42-22. Galloway's got it on the left wing. He's looking. He picks up his dribble, hands it off to Trace Jackson Davis out high, who's working. And he hands it off to Shafino, who works inside, feeds it over. Race Thompson thinks about the three, down to Trace on the block. Trace is underneath. He puts it up. No good. Robbie Barron with the rebound. Here comes Northwestern back the other way. Bowie goes all the way, drives all the way inside, and he has to pull it back out on the baseline. Takes the jump shot. No good. And here they go. Race Thompson clears the rebound. Shafino's going to bring the ball up the left side. Feeds it down on the block to Trace. Trace is out away from the basket. He drives underneath, double team, feeds Race, and another easy layup. Trace Jackson Davis, 2 assists to start the second half, and Indiana's down 18. Shafino is pressing, man press. Here comes Audige to break it across the timeline, and he barely does. 20 on the shot clock. Northwestern, Audige goes around the pick, feeds it to Nicholson. Nicholson hands it off to Bowie, who's left wide open, no good. Miller Kopp has it. Here comes Trace. He's going to start the break. Feeds it to Shafino. Shafino to Kopp. Nothing doing. Crossed away. Race Thompson looking inside. Nothing. Hits Galloway. Galloway down to Trace on the block. Here comes the double team back to Galloway for three. Yes! Trey Galloway buries the three after the double team on Trace, and they've cut the lead to 15. First three-point field goal of the game, And Northwestern takes a timeout and a little shift in momentum as we start the second half. Crisis, I see your point. I think that if his game plan works and they start well, they're okay. But if they get down, I don't think he's figured out how to bring them out. Well, they've already got 1K so far in the first part of this half, so it kind of nils it out. Yeah, and Bowie's look there on the three was wide open, Balin. I mean, you gotta see that as well. They've had good looks already this half because they're moving without the basketball. But it's so far a good start, a 4-point edge. Trace Jackson's got 2 quick assists, and assists win games. Assists and passing. I think he was in the NBA for too long. I really believe that the NBA might kind of changes the way you think. I don't know. He coached in the NBA, had fairly good success. He seems to be, have some good points to the way he coaches. He just hasn't learned how to, keep kids motivated. The defense is where it's at. And guys like Trace Jackson Davis playing 20 or 38 minutes a game is not good for March. It'll be a short exit if he doesn't get some rest. Kudos to Race Thompson, though, for being under the basket to be ready to go and receive a pass and put up a shot. Let's see how this this progresses. The first 2 minutes and 20 seconds, it's a 7-3 lead. If it wasn't for Chase Audige burying that deep three, yeah, I think the days of these coaches like we had back in the day with Coach Knight, I think as fans, we're never going to be happy with what we have at IU. I hate that. Yeah, that's a whole different conversation, Bear. All right, Audige is going to bring it across the timeline. Galloway's out on Bowie. They rotate around. There's a deep three, and he hits it. Robbie Barron. Here comes Shafino back the other way. Trace has got it on the top of the key, feeds Miller Kopp. Some of these other guys are going to have to hit some threes in this half. You're not coming back without the 3-point basket. Trace, there's the double team. Throws cross court, and Kopp loses it out of bounds. Northwestern getting back to what they did in the first half and turns Indiana over. What's up, Nicholas? How are you, sir? 18-point deficit. Here comes Boo Booey across the timeline. He hands it off to Audige. Audige is going to work it. Looking to pass to Nicholson. There's the pick. He goes around it, feeds it over. There's a three. Short off the front rim. No good. Rebound Kopp. Barry misses the shot. Here comes Jalen Hood-Schifino. He gets into the lane all the way to the basket, puts it up. Yeah, and no foul. Oh. Not really sure what I saw there, but it looks like it's going to be an Indiana foul on the rebound. They've got to stop that 3-point shot. Audige There's another three by Barron. Hard off the rim, no good. Another rebound to Kopp. Here comes Jalen Hood-Schifino giving us opportunities here. Got a chance to cut it again. Trace has got it out high. There's the handoff to Galloway. He's going to drive. Back over to Schifino. Back down to Trace. Trace uses a quick drop step, goes up. He goes up strong, and it gets taken out of bounds. And I think they're going to call a foul. Foul is on Robbie Barron, and we go to the breakdown 18. Nicholas, I live in the state of Kentucky, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, fundamental, that's the real reason why he's still in college. Every other part of his aspect of his game is good. He plays good defense. He's frustrated today by the double team. I'm not going to lie there. The only thing he hasn't developed is a mid-range jump shot. And, he still hasn't been forced to take that. So nobody knows if he's ever going to develop it or not. State of mass confusion and nowhere land. Yeah, you got to keep the perimeter. I mean, I know they get hot and cold, but if you shoot 30 3-pointers and a half or whatever, you're going to hit a percentage of them. Somewhere along the way, you got to put together a run, and we haven't been able to do that today. And these water bottles go down awful fast. Yeah, Balin, when X comes back, and it's going to take a little bit when he gets back to regain continuity, between the five, but definitely it allows you to get a break for your other guards. And, you put Galloway back in the role that he was meant to play as kind of a sixth guy, a backup. So, yeah, and definitely a senior leadership on the floor is going to help too. Look at the Chihuahua Duncan baskets. 360. Oklahoma. I don't know where she's at. She's somewhere. She was here earlier. I just want to see a good run here. Get this trimmed down to about 10 points by the 10-minute mark and have an opportunity. Trace Jackson Davis did get fouled. Free throw is up, and he missed it. Second free throw is good. 1 for 2 from the line for Trace there, and Indiana's going to continue to press. Audige is going to bring it up against Miller Kopp. Looks like it's going to be no problem there. He's going to bring it across the timeline. He looks, hands it off to Bowie out high. Galloway's with him. Keep them running their offense from 30 foot away from the basket. They feed it over to the right-hand side wing. Nicholson's got it out high. Hands it off to Bowie. Bowie drives, flips it to Nicholson. Block shot by Trace Jackson Davis. Here comes Galloway on the break. He pulls up, gets to the basket, feeds in the corner. Schifino for three. Money. Jalen Hood-Schifino buries the three, and it's a 14-point lead. That all started with the block with Trace Jackson Davis on the defensive end. Bowie hands it off to Audige. Audige drives around. He feeds it to the corner. There's a deep three by Barron. No good. Rebound Galloway. Here comes Galloway back the other way. Looking to push. Gets up. He feeds into the corner to Kopp. Kopp for three. Money! Miller Kopp buries the three, and the lead is down to 11. Bad shot by Northwestern and a quick trip up the floor. Watch the language, Nicholas. Adish has it out high. He's going to drive. He's going to get inside. He throws it up. No good. Rebound to Race Thompson. Here comes Galloway looking to push. Galloway's coming up the middle of the floor. Back to Miller Kopp. Nothing there. Kopp's going to set the offense by handing it to Schifino, and Indiana has another opportunity. Feeds Trace Jackson-Davis on the baseline. He's going to try to work. There comes the double team. He passes out of it. Rotates it around the horn to Kopp for three more. Off the side of the backboard. Kopp missed that one horribly. Here comes Northwestern. Bowie crosses the timeline. Nobody picks up the ball. Galloway's behind him, and Bowie just sinks it. Back to a 13-point lead. That was a good shot there by Miller Kopp to get that shot. Trace Jackson did the right thing by passing out of the double team. Schifino's got it out high. Just don't play hero ball. Galloway for an open three. Off the rim, no good. And Nicholson must have stepped on the line. Bowie's getting in his face a little bit. Is that goaltending? Yeah, that's probably goaltending. That's okay. We needed a call or two. Trace goes up. Own rebound, loses it, and it's going to stay on this end. Thanks, Mickey. Yeah, that's it. Just keep it clean and respectful. Trace gets the ball on the inbound pass. He's going to work. He's driving. Feeds it to Race Thompson for the dunk. Trace's offense isn't there, so he's going to use the passing game to get this going. Yeah, no doubt. They don't like Miller. Adish is driving. He turnaround jump shot, no good. Trace Jackson clears the rebound. Here we come back the other way, down 11. Trace is going to drive. He goes all the way to the basket, puts it up, and there's a foul, but it doesn't go down. Trace will be shooting free throws. Nathan. Free throw's good. The lead is officially down to 10 as Malik Renew comes in and Race Thompson's going to take a seat after hard-fought first 7 minutes of the half. Second one's also good. Indiana's got on an 11-2 run here. It's down under 10. Bowie gets inside the lane, puts up the little floater and hits it. Great possession by Bowie and way to be under control and make a little jump shot there. Little flip hook. I don't know what to call it. Lead is back to 11. Schifino feeds it to Renew on the baseline. Renew feeds it to Trace, puts it up and in. Inside game is starting to work out a little bit. Lead is down to kept it under 9. Defensive stops are going to win this game. You got to play it. Bowie on Jalen Hood-Schifino out high. Trace Jackson's up to 10 points, which is good. Jalen Hood-Schifino is going to pick up a cheap foul as we go to timeout. Renew just flips it down to Trace, and Trace gets the dunk. that extra pass underneath, these guys getting in front of the basket where when the double team comes, and that's opening up some easy opportunities here in the second half. But so far, so good. I would say mission accomplished. You take a 19-point lead and cut it to 9. You've half the lead, and you still got 12 minutes to go. It would be a huge accomplishment. I have a feeling they're going to find their way back, and it's going to be a little bit short. It's really hard to make up 20 points. They've already scored more in the second half than they did the whole first half. I'm sorry, equal to. And Fundamental, is this your first time here, Fundamental? Because I like your commentary. I can't remember. I don't remember you being here before. IU's defense doesn't need to be scattered if they've guarded the perimeter. I'm sure would. Yeah. Awesome. Well, definitely appreciate it. We're here as much as we can humanly be. I work a lot, but I do most of the games, and we have a blast in here. Pretty good crowd. Sometimes you get somebody that gets a little unruly, but a lot of smart basketball people in here. I'm just very opinionated, and I'm very strict. I like to see good basketball being played. I miss old IU basketball, but I'm a diehard fan. I live and die with this team. JB's here. We got a pretty good group of people that hang out most of the time. You're okay, man. Hey, thank you, brother. This year on the off season, I'm going to go back to doing some of the things I did a little bit before, introductions to players and stuff like that. I like to evaluate the kids coming in. Yeah, you know what? And Balin, it's just hard to get away from what you grew up with, right? You know, I grew up every weekend watching Coach Knight get in them guys' butts every game, and you know, it just seemed like he was teaching them to be men the hard way. Dave, you're just the epitome of sarcasm, bro. If anybody doesn't know, Dave C is our resident Missouri fan. He hates everything Rams. And Christian Watson is the greatest receiver in the history of NFL. Oh, for sure. Yeah, here we go. I love the old basketball. I like the new basketball too, though. Adis pulls up, no good. There's a tip up, no good. Rebound, Trace Jackson Davis. And Indiana has a chance to cut it to 7. Jalen Hood-Schifino is going to start the offense out high, and there is almost a steal right there on a kind of a lazy pass to Malik Renew. Yes, sir, Brent. I agree with that. You want to see it rekindled. And there's the inbound pass to Trace Jackson Davis. He's going to hand it off to Schifino with 16 on the shot clock. Forwards the ball to Renew, back to Schifino. He's looking. Here comes the pick. Hedges out on that. He's looking. Hits Bates. Bates back to Schifino. Down to Renew inside. Renew with the baby hook to Trace. And he lays it in. They're getting the ball on the block, and then everybody's collapsing to the basket, and it's an easy basket. 7-point lead with 11:06 to go as Boo Buie is going to bring it across the timeline. Schifino is in tow. There's the pick out high. They get the switch. He feeds it down to Nicholson, who puts it up and in. They didn't get the help back off the switch, and Nicholson gets the easy basket there. Boo Buie with the dime. Coach gives Schifino a play on the side. Schifino's going to walk it over. There's the pick out high. He drives all the way to the basket, and he's blocked. And it's saved What a play by Nicholson. Here comes Bowie on the break. Feeds it out. Bates clears the board. Bates to Trace Jackson Davis, who gets it down near the block. He's going to slow it up here as Nicholson has good defensive position. There's the double team. Feeds it cross court to Galloway for the dunk. Galloway, Trace Jackson Davis feeds Galloway, and he comes in and slams it home. Back to a 7-point game. Bowie comes up with the ball. Schifino is on him. Indiana closes back within 7. Bowie gets it over to Audige in the corner for 3. No good. Rebound Schifino. Outlet to Galloway. Galloway's going to push to Bates. Bates loses it, and it's going to go, and he has to save it inbounds. The pass was a little hot. Slow down just a hair. You had the ball down 7. Bowie feeds Audige. Northwestern's gone cold from the outside. Audige takes a deep 3. No good. Bad shot there. Chris Collins is not happy about that shot by Audige as he's playing hero ball again. And Schifino slows it down. Trace has got it on the baseline about 18 foot out. He's going to start his dribble. He's going to back his way in. There comes the double team. Great double team, and he gets it to Galloway. Galloway's going to be fouled by Bowie, and that's going to be his 3rd, I believe. 3rd foul on Bowie on the reach. Northwestern plays the best double team I've seen in a while. You really have to work to pass out of it. Sweet play by Galloway there. If we don't run out of energy, Ben, the ball is inbound to Trace. Trace cross court to Kopp. Puts up a floater. No good. Rebound to Bowie. Not a bad shot. There goes Barron. He drives the basket, and Renew's going to foul him. How many team fouls on Northwestern? Each team has 3 currently. It may be the 4th on Indiana. I'm not sure. Two free throws for Robbie. Nicholson's going to get a break, up 8. We're still way ahead of the curve and where we need to be. Just got to regain the momentum back, make one more run here. Second free throw is good, lead back to 9. Spino's going to bring the ball across the timeline. Northwestern has not missed a free throw today. Renew has it out high. He's going to drive on Barron. And what happened there? He lost his footing, throws it away. Here comes Bowie. And Northwestern's feeling a little momentum. Misses the 3. Trace clears the rebound. And we're down to 8 minutes to go here. So you're going to have to continue to make some runs here. Feeds it into Trace. And gets back on the play and knocks it out of bounds. Thanks, Mickey. I forgot about the other. It's in the blood logo on the other side. I didn't go in there to set it. That's why it's overlapping my IU, but and he gets the ball on the inbound to Trace. The 3 here would be absolutely huge. Put in pass in there to Race Thompson. And it's going to be an and 1. TJD playing like a point guard. Firing him in there. Trace Jackson is such a good passer. Cuts that lead back to 7. We could get it down to 6 here with 8 minutes and 9 seconds to go. All right, get that free throw. Yes, sir. Now we need a stop. Get a stop here, guys. Let's go. Come on. The crowd's trying to get Northwestern back in the game. Not quite doing it just yet. Bowie is going to try to run some play clock here. Looking, he goes around a pick, probes the corner, nothing there. Back to Bowie. He's got it out deep. He feeds over. Barry shoots the three, and there is an equalizer. Barry finally makes his first three of the game. He was 0 for 5 to that point, and it's back to 9. Ty Barry makes his first three. Here comes Shafino. Race has it out high. He's looking for Trace inside. Can't get it to him. There goes Galloway looking over to Trace on the wing. To Race inside. He puts it up, and that's taken away. Looked like a foul to me there. Looked like Race Thompson got hacked. No call. And Northwestern has a chance to take this back up by 10. Northwestern only has 3 turnovers in this game. Tell me that doesn't matter. Bowie probes in the lane. He goes around Trace. He loses the ball, but they're going to call TJD with the foul. And that's going to take us to the under 8 timeout. Indiana down 9. I feel we're just going to – it looks like we're going to come up short. That three-point shot, such an equalizer, man. It's a momentum killer. Much better half thus far by Indiana. If we'd have played this way in the first half with the same defensive intensity, it would have been a lot better. We have committed our 10th turnover, but – man, you got to give them credit. They've only turned the ball over 3 times today. Mr. Izzy, come up short. 8 minutes is a long time. Yeah, I just feel like I don't know. I hope they get there. It's just it's such a stretch on the road to think that they're going to get there. Lopsided calls, I feel that way too. Although there's just been a lot of foul calls in this game. It's not been a clean game whatsoever. And I feel like there could have been a lot more calls in the first half. Yeah, that's it. You burn energy coming back. And then you got to be able to maintain. Nice. Relic Reaper Don got with you, Mickey. That's cool. I got a lot of faith in this team, Mr. Izzy. Nice to see you, bro. Where do you check in from? Just curious. No doubt, Balin. I agree with that. This half, we got a much better opportunity. Definitely getting some more assists involved here. We're up to 13 assists now as a team in this game, and that's really helping. Definitely appreciate you, Mr. Izzy. I like to know where everybody's checking in from. We got a lot of people that are really close to Bloomington that are in here. Then we have some from overseas. Women's team tomorrow at 8:30. Plays Michigan at home. When it comes to the women's tournament this year, anybody but South Carolina. West Palm Beach, Florida, Evansville, Indiana born. Man, Mr. Izzy, I spent a lot of time. Adish for 3. No good. Rebound to Galloway. Spent a lot of time down by Boonville. My brother went to school at Oakland City. Bring back some Evansville area stuff. Shafino has it out high. He's going to work around the pick, looking to get inside. There's nothing, but he finds a way to get it to Trace. Trace alley-oops it, and Race Thompson loses it out of bounds. And that's the 11th turnover of the game. All right, here we go. We're gonna stay in pressing here, full court. Audige gets the ball in bounds. Miller Kopp's going to be on him. He's going to try to push it, walk it up. He's going to work it across the timeline. Kopp is standing there with him as they start their offense with 18 on the shot clock. Barron has it out high. He's looking, nothing doing there. Looks to hand it back to Audige. Double team comes. He feeds it over to Barron for a deep three. No good. And Miller Kopp controls the glass. Shafino's going to bring it up. 6 minutes to go. Shafino's out high. He's going to start the offense. And Trace is getting pushed right there in his back. They don't call it. There goes Shafino around the pick. Puts up the floater, and he hits it. Lead is back down to 7. 5:50 to go. 49-56. Bowie's going to bring the ball up. Galloway's on him. Shafino's now has 11 points in the game. Coming up on 5:30 to go. Bowie goes around a pick. Galloway's there with him. He feeds it in the corner. Nothing doing. Audige has it. Drives. 18-footer. No good. Rebound to Galloway. Here comes Indiana back the other way. Galloway's got the ball. He hedges out against him. He feeds it to Kopp in the corner. Kopp back to Galloway. Galloway to Shafino, down to Race Thompson on the block. Race cross court. Kopp loses the ball, tips it to Galloway. 14 on the shot clock. Trace gets the handoff. He's going to be fouled, but it doesn't stay in, and Trace goes down to the ground, and he's going to have 2 free throws here with 5:05 to go. They've got this lead down to 7. If they can get it to 5, that changes Northwestern's approach a little bit. They're going to start getting a little bit scared. 5 with 5. We've got to make free throws to win this game. First one is in. And he's not getting the rest that he needs, fundamental. That's why they're playing to get to the timeouts. Lead is down to 6. Second free throw is good. They've cut it to 5. 5 minutes and 5 seconds to go. It's a 5-point lead. Fans are all coming to their feet. Indiana and Northwestern alike. Everybody's on their feet for the last 5 minutes of this game. Bowie goes around a pick. He drives on Trace. He gets under the basket, and it's blocked by TJD. He blocks it, and he's going to bring it up the court himself. He passes to Galloway. Galloway feeds down on the block, over the back to Trace, and it's stolen. Here comes Northwestern back the other way. We had an opportunity there. Jumping in the passing lane, gets the tip, and it's another turnover. You can't keep turning it over. 56-51, 4:21 to go. There goes Bowie around Kopp. He puts up the floater, and he hits it. Indiana's playing to get to the under 4 timeout here, down 7. And I think they're going to take a timeout. And yes, you said it. And that's it. Wait a second. No, I don't think Coach Woodson, just if you want to get into my one pet peeve about this team, Coach Woodson really shortens the bench in the second half of these games. You barely see – we haven't seen Geronimo in the second half. So, they really shorten the bench. We've seen Bates and Renew, no Geronimo in the second half. And Geronimo only has 2 fouls. It's not like he's in foul trouble. And your starters are playing their hearts out, and they're playing to get to timeouts. And I hate that. I really feel like, that if you can run 10 guys out there that are effective, and not that we have 10 guys right now that are completely effective. Caleb Banks can give you a few good minutes. You can get some time from some of these other guys just to get quick blows for your starters. Trace needs to get a break. He's playing 38 minutes a game, average, and he needs to be playing like 30. Yeah, how do you expect them to develop going forward? Geronimo brings such energy off the bench at this point in time in the game. It's a great time. Yeah, and I don't know that too. When they start these games, unlike the NFL, you do not know everybody's injury status completely. So, so that may be thing. He may be limited, but you got to try to get them you got to try to get your starters a little bit of a break in the second half. Them guys going 20 minutes is tough. You know what? And you got to be conditioned. And a lot of teams only play 8. And I just feel that if you could run 10 effectively, you could keep your guys rested in rotation, and you could have a lot better results. Connection going in and out. It's about that time. Yeah, it's almost 11. Should be. Is Duncombe out for the season, Balin? On a sinus infection? Sounds like he's transferring. Yeah, I had a glitch earlier. Yeah, how big is them 4 technical baskets now? As we close down this game, as it being a 7-point lead, Shafino's got it out high. A basket here would be absolutely huge. Gets it to Trace. Trace has got it on the block. Double team does not come. He feeds it cross court to Cop. Doesn't get a shot. Back court over, and it's tipped out of bounds. There's only going to be 3 on the shot clock. Good defense by Northwestern as they close out. He doesn't contribute offensively, but he does play decent defense. Trace puts it up, and he gets it. TJD cuts it back to 5. We need to stop. 3:39 to go. Adish has the ball. Bringing it across the timeline. Adish has got it out high, and he gets swapped off too. Here's Galloway on him now. Cop switches back. Bowie's trying to drive. Nothing there. He gets cut off. Gets inside. And Galloway's going to foul Bowie. That will be the team's 6th. They will be in the free throw. 2 stops, and we're in it. And that shot come with 8/10 on the shot clock. So good job by TJD there. 2 more assists for Trace, and he's got a triple-double again. There's the shot. Feeds it out. Nothing doing. Good defense there, and Bowie gets it back out high with 14 on shot clock. Bowie looking. Bowie is an excellent. Robbie Barron for 3. No good. Rebound Jalen Hood-Schifino, and Indiana's got a chance to cut it to a possession. Feed your big. Let your big eat. It's time that he do some work. There's a pick out high. Feeds it back to Trace. Trace puts it up. He gets the foul and 1. Trace Jackson Davis hits a little floater off the glass, and he's going to the free throw line. Oh, boy. Here we go. Athletic play, gets it off the glass, and it goes to the free throw line. I'm so dry. Get this thing down to a single possession here. Free throws up, and good. 2-point game. 3 minutes to go. 21 points down, come all the way back to, got it down to within 2. We need a stop. Give me a stop, boys. Play some D. Bowie's got it out high. The offense isn't even functioning. Hands it off to Adish. And Chris Collins has to call a timeout because there's no continuity on offense. Our starters are going to get a break. Let's go. Heck yeah. Now you just keep feeding your big. It's all you need to do. Just keep feeding him, letting him make the choices. Trace just cashed your bet. Congratulations, man. I love it when the sports bettors come in here and hang out and they win. No turnovers the rest of this game. I need over 134. Not going to happen, bro. J Bell, let's go. Down to 2:35 to go. A stop here would be absolutely huge. Momentum in college basketball. I'll take. All right, looking. Trace needs to get to 20. We're looking. There goes Bowie. He drives in the lane. He's cut off. He feeds it back. And there's the layup. Northwestern goes back up by 4 with 2:23 to go. Shafino's going to bring the ball across the timeline. He's going to hand it off to, is that Galloway? Yeah. Galloway's got it out there. He's going to work off the pick. Trace comes up, sets a pick, feeds Shafino. Shafino to Trace. Trace is going to drive, puts it up and in. Trace Jackson Davis brings us back to within 2. There's somebody's bet right there. Boo Booey's going to bring it across the timeline. 1:47 to go, 2-point lead. Get that stop now. Let's go. Bowie's out there. He's going to hand it off to Adij. Adij is one-on-one with Miller Kopp. Looking. Step back 3. Short off the rim. No good. Rebound to Indiana. We got a chance to tie with 1:30 to go. Feed your big. Shafino's got it out high. He feeds Galloway. 16 on the shot clock. Galloway's looking. Feeds it to Shafino. Shafino looking for Trace. Off the top of the backboard. What the heck was that? I think he lost the handle on the pass. He saw Trace come open for an alley-oop, and it flipped out of his hand. You have to have a stop here. Bowie's going to go on the drive. 10 on the shot clock. Keep him out there. 8, 7. He's at 30 foot. He's going to work. He's going to drive. Flips it off the glass, and Bowie sinks it. Here comes Shafino across the timeline. Shafino looks, probes, puts up the 13-footer and hits it. They get the ball inbound, and there's the foul. Yeah, Trace has 21, Jatavion. 21, 10, and 8. So Indiana does not have 17 fouls yet. So you can't move on the baseline. 32.6. There's a steal. Trace Jackson puts it up and in, and we're tied. 30.9 to go. We're playing for overtime, boys. $21 seconds on the shot clock, 20 seconds on the game clock. Smash the like if you like this stuff. This is amazing. College basketball is the best. 12 seconds to go. Bowie's going to try to go one-on-one against Galloway. Make him dish it back out for a 3. Drives the lane, puts it up, and he hits it. 2.7 seconds. Shafino puts it up from half court, and it's off the front rim, no good. And Northwestern steals a victory. Indiana falls just a little bit short here. Man. Nobody cut off the ball, and Bowie hits the shot. 2 clutch shots in the last few minutes of the game, or the last good seconds. Thank you, Bengal. I hope that's how you pronounce that. Yeah, I like to see that 135. Appreciate you. Look for the content. Much love to everybody in the stream today. Congratulations to Northwestern. We outscored you 42-25 in the second half. You played just good enough to win. But the isolation plays with Boo Buie, just with Trey Galloway out there. Now, let me tell you a little something. Everybody that's still in the chat, if that would have been Xavier Johnson out there playing defense on him, he would not have got to the basket. I'm going to say that right now. That's what you get with Xavier back all in the lineup when he comes back. It's a loss. It's not a horrible loss. We definitely need revenge. Yeah, JB, we need another couple wins to get in. I think we'll get there pretty easily. You don't get any tighter than what this came down to today. Great effort in the second half. I hate coming up short like that. What a great game. Congratulations and hats off to Northwestern. This program is turning a corner. You got to give them some credit. Yes, sir. How about those Cats? Jake, much love, brother. I definitely feel you. I'm glad to see Northwestern to stop being the dumpster fire that they have been for so many years and being competitive. I don't like the loss today. It's not an easy one to swallow, but I do like the grit, the fact that they come back and played the rest of this game and stayed in it. I'm going to tell you guys right now, much love to you all. Yeah, it was really close. You just can't go down 19 at halftime and expect to win. What a great half of basketball by Indiana. Yeah, you're right. There's that Boo Buie and Chase Audige are pretty decent ball players. Hey, I'm going to take this with a grain of salt. We've got to work on getting ourselves, ready for the tournament. This does help. Being able to come back on the road. I'm going to close the stream out. One of the worst first halves in a long time. Absolutely. Can't agree more. Trace, 23, 10, and 8. Thompson and Shafino, 13 points apiece. It was a lot better in the second half. Fundamental, nice to meet you. I hope to see you back. If you like watching basketball, I'll be in here for as many as possible. Just look on there to see if we have it. Thank you, Mickey. I appreciate you. Guys, I'm going to get this thing ready to close down, drop some of the It's in the Blood shark action on you all so you can see that for a minute, and I shall see you next time. As soon as I find it. There it is.